hindi sila masyadong tumakbo sa fast break.
Well, nakita nyo yung ating primary protagonists. Now you're looking at our Supreme Court for tonight. Art Herrera, Noel Kilingen, and Garchi Ferrer. And Nick Velasco starts the scoring with that TM3 mula sa pinalakas sa TM. Power to the people. Nick Velasco with only 3 points back in Game 1, although nanalo ang Alaska. Sa bola po ng Purefoods, sila yung nakapula. They are starting off with Paul Artadi, James Yap. That's the lightning and thunder combo of Purefoods in the backcourt. That's a miss by James Yap, and Raimundo Evangelista and Yi complete the starting lineup. As Cariaso will get that easy layup against Paul Artadi.
Well, yun yung sinasabi natin, yung opportunities of Alaska, few and far in between, ano, yung kanilang fast breaking points that will help Jeffrey Cariaso with his confidence level, and of course Alaska with their fast break points.
Cariaso had 11 points in that Game 1 victory for Alaska. Here's Artadi. Artadi fires, no go. Here's Cariaso, who scored a basket moments ago. He fires and he connects. Back-to-back baskets para kay Cariaso.
Now he's going to be a marked man. He will be a man-possessed. Alam na si Jeffrey Cariaso, once he hits his first couple of shots, ay yung kumpiyansa niya will make him shoot and make those shots.
Here's Evangelista, the veteran, makes his move inside. Drop pass para kay Yi. Well, that was bound to happen. You had two red shirts standing beside each other in the shaded lane. At yun, so, tulad ng inaasahan, may tinawagan ng 3-second violation.
A lot of hesitation on these two players who had the chance, of course, to shoot the basket from 5 feet away. Pero nandun yung depensa ng Alaska.
Kami po ay nagagalak na makasalo kayong lahat ngayong Miyerkules ng gabi. Nico Halili kasama si Peter Martin, Dominic Boy, Peaches Abilin. And that's another TM3 mula sa pinalakas sa TM. Power to the people. It is a blistering start for Tim Cone, and the Alaska Aces up 10-0. Production back in Game 1, and this should make Tim Cone a very happy man.
Well, it makes Tim Cone a very happy man. It will open up the things para sa Alaska, no? With outside shooting. Ito makikita natin yung game number 1. We were talking about it, Miko. Only 2 points ang talo ng Purefoods Chunkee Giants. 5 out of 19 from 3 points. Ano? Kung naging 6 out of 19 yun, baka nanalo pa sila at magiging 95-94 yung score. Pero hindi nga nangyari because of that. And you know, the worst stats, 19 more attempts nga lang ang Purefoods, kaya dikit yung laban niya.
I certainly agree with you. Bagamat talo ang Purefoods nung Game 1, it's not a loss na yung bang tipong parang you're going back to scratch. You're going back to square one. Because when you look at the numbers, dikit naman talaga eh.
Dikit talaga. Yun na nga yung sasabi natin, 19 more attempts because of turnovers and rebounds. And that's where they thrive. And these guys will also help them thrive in the three-point shot.
So sa wakas, nasa scoreboard na po ang Purefoods, courtesy of that TM3 mula sa pinalakas sa TM. Power to the people. Here's James Yap once again. Yap on the move. All the way for 2. May kasama pang foul.
Hacking foul on number 22, Jeffrey.
Si Cariaso ang tatawagan ng foul. Kanyang unang personal foul. Check out that sweet move from the pride of Escalante Negros.
And makikita mo yung spin move, ano? Very hard to do because your motion is going really fast towards the basket. Good timeout by Coach Ryan Gregorio. And they might get, well, they will be in the ballgame with 5 points already, courtesy all from James Yap.
And just like that, the Chunkee Giants chopped the Alaska lead in half. Aces up by 5 with over 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Sonny Foss is asking for the basketball against Raimundo. Now he provides a pick for Velasco. Velasco nowhere to go. Outside Cariaso. For the shoot para sa Alaska. Cariaso titira niya na to, and it's good. What a start here for Cariaso.
Oh, para 6 points already in the ballgame. Jeffrey Cariaso 3 for 3. Wala pa si Willie Miller dyan.
Willie Miller stole the show back in Game 1 with that scintillating fourth quarter performance. In the meantime, bola na kay Artadi. Artadi pinasa kay Richard D. And Richard D also had a sensational game for Purefoods the last time around. Tinapos lamang itong Purefoods, but Richard D had 20 points in a losing effort.
Oh, really big contribution by Richard Lee. At we see another TM press from Nick Velasco.
I tell you, Alaska is on target. TM3 mula sa pinalakas sa TM Power to the people. 9 points para kay Velasco here in the opening quarter. And you really want to see Artadi become more aggressive, you know, show more confidence in his game. Because this young man, he can play, no doubt.
2 free throws.
2 free throws para kay Artadi. Si Mike Cortez ang tinawagan ng foul, and Cortez really Artadi's nemesis back in the UAAP. You notice itong si Artadi, si James Yap, and even Richard Yee. Looks like they spent a lot of time in the salon. Lahat sila may kulay sa buhok. Pati si Bingris. Well, kanya-kanyang pahiyang yan.
Well, if it works for them,
I know it's not going to work for us.
especially for me.
Ikaw nagsabi niyan. I know it's going to work for this gentleman that I'm about to introduce. Let's bring in Mr. Dominic Uy.
Thank you, Miko. The Alaska Aces starting out the semifinals very well. At meron silang slogan for this journey of theirs for a championship, burn the boats. Ito ang ginagamit ng ancient Greeks before when they used to conquer other nations. Ang ginagawa nila pagdating nila sa shore, they used to burn their boats as a sign of dedication na laban kung laban, parang ang ginagawa natin dito sa PBA, Miko.
Very interesting historical report from
Holding foul number 4, Paul Artadi.
Burn the boats. It's big sabihin, and there's no looking back.
walang uwian yun. Pag sumalakay ka, wala nang uwi-uwi, di ba? You burn the boats para
14 seconds.
patay na kung patay, di ba?
Oh, tapos yung boat na ng kalaban ang gagamitin mo. Pero kung hindi mo napatay yung kalaban,
Hindi mo makukuha yung boat nila.
that's a good slogan for Coach Tim Cohn and the rest of the Alaska Aces.
Number 1, Mike Cortez.
Cortez picking up 2 early fouls here in the opening quarter. 7 points ang hinahabol ng Purefoods as we near the 8-minute mark of the opening quarter. Here's Artadi zigzagging inside. Hindi may pasa kay James Yap. Here's Yee over to Evangelista. Evangelista goes right. Bounce pass. Artadi will not connect. And that basketball ends up with Velasco. But there's a steal by Kid Lightning. Artadi on the move over to Richard Yee. Yes!
Typical Purefoods Chunky Giants basketball coming from a good play coming from Paul Artadi. And of course, Richard Yee had the same spot where he got the 2 points a while ago.
Lima ang abante ng Alaska, 15-10 here in the opening quarter. Toss over to De La Cruz. De La Cruz bangs into Evangelista.
Blocking foul number 7, Ray Evangelista.
Former
That's his first
defensive team member, or all defensive team member, gets tagged with the blocking foul. Pangatlo yun, laban sa Purefoods. Here's Cortez. Cortez, tough shot. Off balance, no problem.
Oh, that's a really tough shot from Mike Cortez. I think the Purefoods Chunky Giants wouldn't mind him taking more of those, ano? Kasi hindi na talaga yung degree of difficulty na medyo mataas.
Ito ang inahabol ng Purefoods. Mahigit 7 minuto natitira sa opening quarter. Bola na kay Raimundo. Yung kanyang pasa na tapik pero nakuha ni Artadi. For the shoot para sa Purefoods. Titira na ni Artadi. And they will give Artadi that shot all day long.
It's as if they're daring him to take the shot.
Here's Toss.
Tony De La Cruz.
De La Cruz never gave up on the play for the putback at 9 points ang abante ng Alaska. 6.5 remaining in the opening quarter. James Yap for 3. De La Cruz with a rebound. Alaska threatening to build their biggest lead of the ball game. Here's Cortez. Cortez on the move. Napangga near the free throw line, and the foul is spotted by Noel Kilingin.
Medyo masama yung loob ni Mike Cortez.
Foul number 7,
Could have
Ray
thrown up a
Evangelista.
shot to get continuation. But instead, it was a pass ball.
Substitution,
Referees.
Willie Miller for Mike Cortez.
Mike Cortez, who has 2 personal fouls already, will be relieved by Thriller Miller, Willie Miller.
Si Roger Yap pumasok na rin sa ating laro.
Ayan, lamang na lamang ang Alaska sa
Hindi
rebounding.
pa pala pinapasok si Roger. He'll have to wait for his turn. So here's Carriazo. He fires and he won't connect. Raimundo grabbing the basketball with two hands. Here's Artadi. Artadi on the move. Artadi over to James. You have lightning and thunder strike inside the big goal.
Matagal na nilang ginagawa yan yung dalawang sa tandem nila, no?
UE connection.
Oo. Still here to the pros. They're still together.
Somebody knocked Tony De La Cruz to the
Mission foul
ground
number 28, Richard Gee.
against Richard Gee.
5 on the Purefoods Chunkee Giants.
Purefoods now hitting the limit with 5:51 remaining in the opening quarter.
Timeout, Alaska.
Timeout muna tayo dito sa Big Dome. Pito ang lamang ng Alaska, 19-12 dito sa Game 2 ng PBA Semifinals.
We felt that, you know, the game one is a good opportunity to dictate the series. You get a chance to dictate the series when you win the game one, just like as if you win the first quarter of a basketball game. You usually able to dictate the basketball game. It doesn't guarantee a win overall, but it does it puts you in a better position. It's a long series, 7 games, and we're just fortunate to get game one, and we'll just see if we can go out and get game two.
Well, of all people, Tim Cone knows getting game one, even getting the first 2 games is no guarantee when he's up against Ryan Gregorio. There is a tremendous amount of history between these two teams pagdating sa mga championship series. Let's look at Nick Velasco, who is picking up his game tonight. There's Ryan Gregorio, who actually won his first PBA championship at Tim Cone's expense.
Oo, at 2-0 na si Tim Cone nun. At bumalik pa ang Purefoods para manalo in 7 games.
That was back in 2002. Ryan Gregorio had one of the most electrifying imports in PBA history, Derek Brown. Meantime, Alaska, so far they're electrifying here in the opening quarter. Actually, nagulpit-gulit itong Purefoods. Alaska opened the game with a 10-0 run as Don Camaso, balik PBA Don Camaso, is now in the ball game for Purefoods. As Roger Yap fails to connect inside. Here's Miller. Miller on the ball. Miller steps on the gas, but he loses the ball. Swipe job there by Roger Yap. Here's Roger Yap. Hand off for Raimundo. Raimundo, where's he going? What will he do with the basketball laban kay Velasco? He goes to Roger Yap. Roger Yap has the basketball with 10 to shoot. James Yap against Carriazo. That's a great matchup. James Yap double team and ran out of space. Okay, Dominic, ano ba balita dyan?
Itong si Don Camaso has been practicing with the Chunkee Giants for the past 3 weeks. At siya mag-fill in ng 12-man lineup nila. At Coach Ryan Gregorio expects him to be able to be a weak side defender. Dahil kailangan nilang malaki nga. At to get those rebounds. And at the same time, try to open things up. Dahil alam naman natin, nakakashoot sa labas itong si Don Camaso.
And right on cue, Don Camaso provides good help defense. But that's what Don can give you.
Oh, he can give that, yung sinasabi nga, not on a post-up defender, but yung weak side defender, getting those blocks. Kadarasan, ano, pag makakasupalpal ka, yung ikaw yung weak side defender. And some weak side action there from Richard Gee. At nakakasingit si Richard Gee. 6 points already in the ball game.
Well, Richard Gee is a very hard worker. That's one thing you can say about former Rowdy Tiger. Tony De La Cruz, the energetic gentleman, scores that time para sa Alaska. Scored na rin 23-14 in favor of the Aces. Okay, 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Here's Camaso, and you know Don very well.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Camaso trying to stop that layup by De La Cruz, but De La Cruz will not be denied.
Not a really good debut in a Purefoods Chunkee Giants uniform. Ito si Don Camaso. A couple of miscues. And here we see again, miscue with the pass. And, Tony De La Cruz will coast down. The body English, tough shot in front of a 6'7" defender to get the shot.
Good start here para kay Tony De La Cruz, who normally comes off the bench. But he gets the starting nod tonight para dito sa game 2. De La Cruz also started game 1. Three and a half remaining in the opening quarter. Camaso on the move. Bola na punta kay Roger Yap sa kaliwang bahagi. Roger Yap shoots over Miller. Yes.
Roger Yap.
First 2 points of the series for Roger Yap. Yan ang missing link, Migo, in my opinion. Ito si Roger Yap, who used to give around 8 to 9 points a ball game. Scoreless till game number 1. That's his spot.
Sweet spot. And
his spot.
that's normally money in the bank para kay De La Cruz. 11 points ang lamang ng Alaska. Bola na kay Raimundo on the right side. Under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Roger Yap. Over to Limpot, and the ball will stay with Purefoods.
Timeout, Purefoods.
So we have a timeout with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Alaska off to a hot start here in game 2. High marks dito sa opening quarter. Lamang ng 11, 27-16. Here's Roger Yap. He'll start the play for Purefoods. And it's a turnover. And those are the things that make coaches age like dogs.
They will cringe at that.
Yung,
Coming off a timeout, di ba?
naku po. Nakakapagdagdag ng puting buhok. Meantime, here's Velasco. Here's to Carriazo. Carriazo on the move. Carriazo over to Miller. Miller on the move. Sidestep. Beauty. No! Anything but the basket para kay Miller. So, patuloy pa rin naghahabol dito ang Purefoods as we near the last 2 minutes of the opening quarter. Camaso. Over to Raimundo. Raimundo to Camaso, and he will never hesitate, but he misses the long jumper. Here's Miller.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. So far, it's been all Alaska. Toss against Limpot. Toss with a height advantage. Toss on the move. Toss.
Offensive foul on number 7, Sonny
He
Falls.
called for the offensive foul. That's his first.
Substitution.
Good job on Jun Limpot standing his ground against the taller and heftier Sonny Thos. Ayan, hindi nakashoot. Pinalitan lang agad. Reynel Hugnatan is in the ballgame for the first time, going up against Limpot.
It's amazing what experience can do for you.
Oo.
Here's Limpot against Hugnatan. Hugnatan just checked in the ball game. Limpot turns and scores.
Well, good for the Chunkee Giants that hindi si Raimundo or si Yap ang may tangan ng bola at that time, you know? They're putting another offensive threat in Jun Limpot, who could easily score over Hugnatan at that time.
Perhaps addressing that bench scoring issue that we raised at the top of the coverage. Miller goes in and out. Loose ball foul spotted by Art Herrera.
Loose ball foul number 9, Julie Pott. Penalty.
At penalty ang Purefoods. Actually, kanina pa sila nasa penalty. So pinag-uusapan ngayon ni Garchi Ferrer at ni Art Herrera, sino ba dapat ang nasa free throw line? It looks like it's going to be... Okay, they want to double check. Dapat tama yung mama na nasa free throw line. Now there's a conference between Art Herrera and Noel Kilingin. So let's see if the board meeting is adjourned. Resolution 001 has been passed. It's going to be Reynel Hugna. Pero mabuti na yan. Mabuti na yung sigurado.
Oh, sigurista na sila ngayon eh. Dapat
Tama
lang,
yan,
ano?
Tama yan. We don't mind spending more minutes so long as taba.
Substitution.
Mga tao na pinapadala ko.
Kirby Raimundo.
So Raimundo will sit down, and Jean-Marc Pingris is in the ball game for the first time.
If you look at the rotation of Coach Ryan Gregorio, he's fielding in his players like it's hindi 1-0 yung score, kagaya na sinasabi ni Coach Tim Cone na he will have the advantage, he will have to dictate the series, but he put in first si Camaso before putting in Pingris. And that's playing like it's a 0-0 series.
Under a minute to play in the opening quarter. Yap over to Pingris. Pingris loses the ball, recovers, and scores!
Wow. Talk about instant offense for Mark Pingris.
Backing foul on number 22, Jeffrey Carriazo.
Si Carriazo tinawagan ng foul. That's his second personal.
Ready now there for Purefoods.
See we here again. Pingris bobbles the ball, recovers, and doesn't think twice about going up against Nick Velasco's defense and gets the shot.
John Mark Pingris, his game totally blossomed here upon joining the Purefoods Chunkee Giants. And he completes a three-point play. First 3 points para kay Pingris, pero wala pa rin ang lamang ng Alaska. Carriazo fires a pass for Velasco, who will wait for teammates. Miller back to Velasco. Velasco on courts. He's been hot from Rainbow Country, but he misses that time. James Yap zigzags inside for the layup.
The best way ito si James Yap makakascore, hindi pa nakakaset yung depensa ng Alaska. Attacking it, getting 2 points.
It's a late run here by Purefoods. Down by as many as 11. Now they've chopped it down to 6. 16 seconds to go. Carriazo, may tangan ng bola. Carriazo na bangga. And it's a holding foul against Purefoods.
Holding foul number 15, Mark Pingris.
So ibig sabihin may 2 free throws dito si Carriazo. Si Pingris ang tinawagan ng foul. That's his first.
2 free throws for Jeffrey Carriazo.
Well, Jeffrey Carriazo will play the whole first quarter. Now, usually you will see Willie Miller come in for Jeffrey Carriazo at the 6 to 7 minute mark. But this time, Coach Tim Cone leaves him inside because he's been playing well. 7 points already in the ballgame for Jeff. At si Cortez ang pinalitan niya. At, well, Alaska still a commanding 7-point lead at 13.8 to go in the first quarter.
So it looks like Purefoods will try to write the last sentence of the opening chapter. 7 seconds to go. Basketball is with Roger Pingris. Wants that basketball against Humnatas. 2 seconds to go. Pingris with a ball fake and a miss.
At the end of the first quarter.
So Tony De La Cruz and the Alaska Aces off to a blistering start. 10 points for Tony De La Cruz in quarter number 1. And the Aces lead the ball game 31-23 at the end of the first 12 minutes of play.